Pebble Beach Golf Links carries a rich golfing history. Widely regarded as America's finest public course, the combination of a dramatic coastline and lush forest make for some truly breathtaking views. Established in 1919, the California Links have played host to many top-class tournaments, including 5 US Open championships.
You know, it seems like every time we have a US Open, there's an iconic moment. Whether it's Jack Nicklaus hitting the flagstick on 17, Tom Kite chipping in on 7. He had that moniker of the best golfer never to win a major at that time, and he finally broke through. Tiger Woods in his unbelievable performance in 2000. When you talk about coming to the Monterey Peninsula and you're vying for a major event like a Ryder Cup, a U.S. Women's Open, a U.S. Men's Open, a PGA Championship, something of that caliber, they want to come to Pebble Beach.
The next major to be played at Pebble Beach will be in 2019, when it stages its 6th US Open Championship. As well as events on the PGA Tour, the course also hosts the First Tee Open on the Champions Tour each year. Many of those competing in the First Tee have fond memories of Pebble, among them Tom Kite, who won the US Open here.
You look at the guys that have won here, and it's a crossmix. There's really nobody that this golf course favors except the guy who's really playing well. You have to drive the ball well, you have to hit your irons well, you have to chip and putt well. Pebble Beach has the smallest greens of any major championship in the world. There's only one green over 4,000 square feet on the entire golf course. And so when you have that, the greens are so difficult to hit, even from the fairway. But it really forces you to drive the ball well, because if you're hitting the rough, you almost have no chance to hit the greens in regulation. And of course, you're going to miss a lot of greens because they are so small, so you have to chip well, you have to play bunker shots well. And of course, as with any golf course, you got to putt well.
The signature hole at Pebble will likely differ depending on who you speak to, but undoubtedly the most picturesque is the par 3 7th.
It's probably the most photographed hole in all of golf. Tongue-in-cheek story about that, I believe in 1992, Ian Woosnam said it's too short of a hole, it's a joke of a hole, it's like on a miniature golf course, a miniature putt-putt course. He said, this is not a golf hole, and this was during the practice rounds. Well, during the competition, unless I stand corrected, I believe he made bogey every single day of that competition. It's sneaky hard. I've hit everything from a 4-iron to a sand wedge on that hole because the prevailing breeze is very influential in that particular hole. The typical golfer that we come and see has a hard time hitting that green.
As well as the most scenic hole in golf, Pebble also claims the toughest hole on the PGA Tour, the 572-yard par 5 14th.
That's got one of the toughest greens that you'll ever see. The tee shot is fairly straightforward. Second shot is not too bad. You try to decide how close you want to get to the green based on what kind of third shot you want in there. But it's a very small green to start off with, and the right half of the green is practically unusable. So even though you've got a maybe 3,800 square foot green, 1,000 or 1,200 of that square feet of that green is unusable, and so it really makes the target that you're hitting in there very, very difficult.
Finally, there's the iconic 18th, the scene of so much golfing history. The fairway hugs the Pacific Ocean and offers a stunning view as you complete your round. Of course, as a public facility, these world-class links are available to all.
That's really part of the whole bucket list, to tee off, to play 7, and to walk down the 18th fairway. That completes your bucket list experience at Pebble Beach, really, from a playing standpoint. The coastline makes up that hole, and it's a risk-reward type of shot because you stand on the outcropping of that tee box, and there's 2 trees there in the center, and it's hard to believe that you want to aim to be right behind those trees, but you want to bite as much off as you possibly can to shorten up the hole, because it's possible to get there in 2, But the more right you go, there's out of bounds that lurks on the right. There's some precarious bunkers that are there. I always encourage people that if you're going to play it for the first time, take a caddy. And fortunately, if you're fortunate to hit it down the center of the fairway, you get to walk down the center of the fairway as opposed to the cart path only, where you're walking more side to side. But taking a caddy, playing Pebble Beach, walking down the fairways as the greats is what makes it really special. And that's why we're so. You walk around this place and the employees are all so happy and have big smiles on their face. It's not just the golf employees; it's the hotel employees and it's the restaurant employees, and you can just tell that there's a magic in the air because we get to work at such an iconic place with such rich history, and you get to be a small part, the service end of kind of being a dream maker, so it's kind of neat.